I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've done this for literally maybe 7, 8, 9 working days. So like, do not take this as gospel truth. This is like someone who doesn't know what they're doing,
Yeah.
learning, and like you can hear about my experience of learning, and you're welcome to give me notes and hit me up on Twitter and tell me how wrong I am. That's I'm open to that. But just know like I'm no quant. The Feelings Check-In is a podcast for people who love to listen to two women overshare about the challenges of building a business, navigating careers in tech, and trying to have a personal life. I'm Natasha Hoskins.
I'm Dina Burke.
And this is Boys Club.
Wait, is it just Boys Club?
It's just Boys Club.
The Boys Club podcast?
No. Just Boys Club. Hi.
Hey.
We haven't done this in a while, it feels.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I feel like part of why I feel that way is because I've been dying to talk to you about my skincare treatments in Thailand. We've not talked about this on the pod.
We haven't, no. Drop the routine, queen.
Well, I saw somebody on Saturday. A few people, they've been like, wow, your skin looks amazing, which is the nicest thing. And it's so kind when people say that. And and instead of just being like, thank you, I've been like, thank you. It should look amazing,
right?
Based on what I did to myself.
The investment. This is the return on the investment that I am expecting.
Exactly. This is not like, this is necessary ROI. But I won't go too full into the story, but I will just say I got something done in Seoul that I loved, which is Juvelook, which is a natural, loosely held. It's a collagen stimulator, and it is essentially what they inject it into your face like they do Botox, and it helps the cells underneath the first layer of your skin produce collagen. So it's a quote unquote natural filler, which in the United States they just push filler. They don't do anything like this. And I think in the next 5 years, all anybody's going to be doing is these types of like Korean, they're not FDA approved yet, but like Korean collagen stimulators, because it's rejuvenating for the cells instead of just filling with synthetic material into your face to
You heard it here
volume.
first. I would love a scientific fact check on that though, because I do.
You don't trust my TikTok research?
I just think that I'd love to get like I don't need FDA approval, but it kind of is falling into the same vein for me as when people talk about toxins. I'm like, what exactly is a toxin?
Is a toxin.
What exactly are you talking about? So I just would love just a fact check on it. Like, is it really happening at the cellular level? Is that even possible?
I would love to know that too.
Yeah.
So if you're a dermatologist, please, we'd love to have you on. Truly. So anyway, I did it in Korea. They said for your condition. They kept saying for your condition, this is what we recommend. It's like, okay, thanks. I don't like my under eyes, and I am gonna get a lower. I think it's called a blephectomy or something.
Something.
It's like $5,000. I have who I'm gonna do it with. I'm gonna trade enough Memecoins to get my under eyes done. That is what I'm gonna do.
Great.
So that's my goal. And until then, I'm doing Juvelook. And it's not possible to do it in the States. So I was like, I'm going to do it when I go to Asia, and found a place. And then Miranda found another place across the street from our hotel. And she was like, they have a Juvelook special on Sundays. It's half price on Sundays. So I was like, great. I moved my flight up so that I can get to this place in time.
Okay.
Essentially go straight from the airport to this med spa. And Miranda and Ava had gone to the med spa the day before. They said they had an amazing experience. They were all rave reviews. And I get there and it's great. And it's like clean and they're nice and whatever. And I sit down with the doctor and I was like, look, I know what I want to do. I want to do Juvelook and I want to do some Botox. And she was like, great. Why don't you want to do filler? Like, she was really pushing me on filler. And she was like, and I was like, do you not do Juvelook here? And she was like, no, we do Juvelook. There's a special on Sundays. And I was like, okay. And then the lady comes up who doesn't speak very good English. The doctor spoke really good English, but the assistant doesn't speak great English. And she comes up and she shows me the price. She says, happy Sunday. I was like, I don't understand the Sunday thing. But like, okay. So then we lock in what I'm going to do. And I start to feel nervous. And I go and...
How have I found myself in Thailand at a clinic that I have no connection to, with under the care of these people who have, for all I know, no credentials.
I saw something on that was framed that was like it said something like America, and I was like, oh, she's licensed in America, and then I was like, oh no, the school is just called America.
Nice.
like America Cosmetics in Bangkok. And I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there and they put numbing cream on my face. And my nerves are building as I'm sitting there. And I'm also alone. Like it's a lot easier when you're with some friends and you're like, we're all doing this. But like, and so the doctor comes in and she has the vial of Juvelook. And she goes, this is what you're looking for, right? Which is not reassuring.
No.
At all. And I was like, yeah, like you've done this.
You tell me.
You've done this before, right? And she was like, yeah, we just like don't really do it for volume loss. Like we just do it for like skin texture here. So like I was just curious about that. And I was like, okay. And then she leaves and then the nurse comes in and I was like, I'm starting to feel very nervous. Like I'm starting to think like I'm going to bail. And the lady like gives me a stuffed animal to hold and they like start to get like really taking care of me. And so then they come in and there's 3 women. One woman who's just massaging my feet to distract me.
Nice.
It was so sweet. One woman who's like helping the doctor. And the doctor says, I'm going to put some lidocaine in your face. And I was like, okay. I've never done that. I don't know anything about that. And they're thinking I'm nervous about the pain. And I'm nervous about their actual proficiency in this thing.
Uh-huh.
Long story short, my whole face goes numb. And I'm like, I'm going to go blind.
There are lidocaine injections?
Lidocaine injections.
Oh, forget it.
Lidocaine injections
Forget
into underneath my eyeballs. And I was like, am I going to go blind? And then when they start laughing and I'm like, no, that's not reassuring. And then the way that I got Juvelook done before was little tiny needles like Botox, teeny tiny needles, like whatever, all along your under eye. This woman goes, it's not going to be that bad. Look, the needle's so small. She shows me the needle. It's huge. It's a PICC line. It is a PICC line that she puts into my eyeballs, basically, and starts like, you know, when you like have an IV and they're like taking out and putting the fluid. She's doing that.
Forget it.
And I was like, I have strayed from the Lord. Like, we need to reset completely. I used to be scared of getting Botox at like Tribeca Dermatology.
Yeah,
and now
we've
I'm
normalized too much.
Normalized way too much. But then it worked. So I don't know.
You look great. I haven't seen you in person, so it's hard to tell because
Thanks.
you always look beautiful. But
Thank you so much. I feel that I need to reset and I feel that I just need to go get the cosmetic surgery that I want to go get. It's $5,000. Every time I get Juvelook, it's $1,000. So like it's not, it doesn't make sense after a certain point. Mm-hmm. Wow. Anyway, that's my story on pickup. People were like, how's DEF CON? And I was like, well, I have a little story for you about my face. Anyway, okay. This is the feeling to check in.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Today we're going to talk about my feelings around meme coins.
You have gone full court press.
Full degenerate.
Full send.
I'm full
on meme coins.
I really have. I've dove in completely, and I'm just going to give everybody the play-by-play on why, the who, what, when, where of my meme coin journey thus far. Mm-hmm. I will tell everybody that the market blew up, and I had a visceral, almost angry feeling about working in this industry and not getting rich. Like, I was like, I'm upset. I'm like, and like, that's a bad feeling. And like, it is revealing about something in me that I don't really like. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, you know what? Every single person that I know that has made a lot of money in crypto has taken some very big swings. And I am not in a financial place where I can take some very big swings, but I am in a financial place where I can take $5,000 and take half of that and put it in some coins that I think over the next 3 to 5 years are going to have some sort of return. Mm-hmm. And this is in addition to the exposure that I have in Solana and Ethereum and Bitcoin. Like that exists. And then I was like, okay, in this moment, how much am I willing to spend? And I was like, I'm going to put another $5,000 into crypto, $2,500 into not stable coins, but like more somewhat stable assets that I think will have a return over some time, and another $2,500 into meme coins. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to go to the casino and I'm going to see what I can do. Mm-hmm. And so again, this is separate from my existing crypto portfolio. Then I was like, I don't actually even know where to begin. I have absolutely zero idea what to do. So I send a tweet out that says, can someone make me some money in this cycle? Help me make some money. And I get a few responses from people, which was really kind. Mm-hmm. One friend was like, come to this office when you get back. We'll set you up. I'll help set you up. He was so sweet. He made a little deck for me talking about ways to make money. It was really nice. And then more than anything, I was like, look, I have $2,500. in USDC. I do not know what do I do now.
Yeah.
And I want to have a separate wallet that I set up for Memecoin trading.
Okay. And why did you want to set up a separate wallet?
Because I wanted to be able to see like how up or down I was on that
Yeah.
specific wallet.
Keep it clean. Keep the data clean.
Keep the data clean. I have found that has not exactly worked because there's all these other apps that now I'm using that you transfer money into. So it's not as clean as I would like it to be, unfortunately. So I spin up a new Phantom wallet. Sending that money to the Phantom wallet actually was kind of difficult because I had to get some of it in Ethereum on Base and some of it into Solana. So those are the two sort of like places that people are trading Memecoin.
Okay,
Base
so you
meme
took
coins,
that 25 and you split it again.
and I split it again. Half into Solana and half into Base on Ethereum.
Okay.
Because those are the main places that Base meme coins and Solana meme coins are the main things that are going off.
And this was the advice of your friend?
Partially his advice, and then partially like we like pulled up some chats and saw what people were, and he was like, look, these are where the meme coins are traded.
Okay.
Then I got on an app called Friends, which is where you can essentially see what different trades people are doing in different friend groups. So they're group chats essentially that you have your wallet connected to, and you can see what people are trading.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really fun. It's really funny because you can see when people buy the top, you can see when people sell the bottom. Like, it's interesting and fun, and got invited to a few group chats there, created a few group chats there, and deposited $500 of Ethereum on Base from that wallet into my wallet on Friends.
Mm-hmm.
So splitting the baby again.
Yeah.
And let me just say, I couldn't be more clear about this. Everything that I've learned about Memecoin trading, it is gambling. There is no other world. Anybody who tells you otherwise is lying to you. You are at a casino. You are sitting down at a blackjack table and you are having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it is really fun, but there is a huge chance that you are going to lose all of that money.
Mm-hmm.
And so just know that. Just know that if you're
Yeah.
thinking about it. And I would say when I go gamble, I go to a $25 blackjack table because I want to enjoy it for a few hours. And if you're making big swings, you're going to lose that money quicker. So just be slow about it. So anyway, I'm on Friends. That's another app that I'm using. And then the other app that I'm using is Hype, which Maya's brother, Amaya Bakai of Spice Capital, her brother has an app called Hype.
I'm not on Hype yet.
I would say that Hype is for like, and then I got added to a few group chats about Hype. So this is basically the order of ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
You have money that you put into a wallet. You split some of that money into other applications that are more social that you can see people trading on. And then you get invited to an unending amount of group chats on Telegram, on iMessage, on all of these things. And you are constantly overloaded with information. You could spend every single moment of every single day trading meme coins, and there would still be more meme coins that you could trade.
Mm-hmm.
So all that starts to happen, and I start to play around, and I'm up. I'm up like $500 from like trading little meme coins here and there, a little bit there, a little bit here, in, out. You have to pay attention because you can wake up in the morning and it can all be to zero. Like, genuinely, these things can like go to zero. And what I've learned is that there are genuine shitters, which are like tiny market caps where they're like launching on WoW or Pump.Fun, which are two other sites that are ways for people to launch meme coins. And you're trying to get to a certain amount of liquidity in that for it to actually like hit some sort of bonding curve so that then other people can trade in it. I don't fully understand that. I've only participated in one WoW coin that was launching. It was called Queen, and I got invited to that. I put a little money in. It hit some sort of bonding curve. It actually launched. I took out what I had initially put in, and then it all went to zero. So.
Me too. I was in that too.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And I did the exact same thing.
And it was pretty fun to watch, but
it was fun.
It didn't last. And so that's some of my experience. The main learning experience that I had was when the blonde and brunette thing went off. So there was a meme coin that was launched by a bunch of our friends called Blonde, which was really fun and really cool. And it starts to pop off, and I'm like, oh, this is so exciting. And I buy a little blonde, and I buy a little blonde on, or you bought a little blonde on the boysclub.eth. And I have a friend who hits me up who I've been learning how to trade meme coins with. And he was like, you have got to launch brunette. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I don't know how to, I don't know. I'm just getting started here. Like, I'm just getting my feet wet. And he was like, oh, there's already a coin that somebody launched. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, actually. And I was like, yeah, but like, I'm not going to do this. And he was like, it's important that you participate, and sends me $3,000 worth of brunette into my wallet. And he was like, just see what you can do. Just see what you can do. And I was like, okay. So I start playing with it, and I'm like, start tweeting about it. And like, it's an easy like brand identity gift. It's a meme coin that I'm like, oh, I can understand what the like brand identity, what the meme is around it. Where a lot of these other meme coins, like, I don't really know what the joke is. Like, Rismus doesn't really make me laugh that much, but other people seem to love it. Or like dog with hat, or like ski mask dog, or something. Like all these things that people think are funny. Like, I haven't found a lot of humor in, but the brunette blonde thing, I was like, oh, I know what the meme is, and like I can get behind that. Anyway, long story short, had a bunch of fun with it, made some money, and still hold a lot of it. Didn't dump it, but there's like, it's crazy because there's definitely like an etiquette that I didn't realize around it, where like there was one point where I could have cashed out almost $20,000. Yeah. And I was like, wow, I'm so tempted to just cash this out. But like, you're making your friends your exit liquidity. And that there is a balance to that in how much you do that, and how much you're willing to just get your winnings from somebody else's losses.
Totally.
And that feels like a dynamic that is new to me, and that I'm like, definitely don't want to play the game and want to be at the casino and understand that like I'm somebody else's exit liquidity just as much as they are to mine. But this blonde brunette thing didn't feel like the time to do that. But all in, over the past 2 weeks of trading meme coins, I've made about $5,000, which I feel really proud of.
A remarkable number.
Thank you.
Really incredible stuff. What were some of your best trades?
My best trades were, okay, so actually I haven't made a killing on one specific trade at all.
Okay.
The way that I've done it is essentially like, as soon as there is some, and I don't know, some person could say that this is an absolutely stupid way to do it, but essentially taking 5 to 10% skimming off the top, and you have to be like watching the trades a lot to do this, but like skimming 5 to 10% off the top of trades that are pumping, and keeping like as much of your initial investment as possible. But like, let's say something, I put $300 in something, and then it goes up to $400. I'll like skim 5 to 10% off the top of that back into Solana or Ethereum. And then I'm also like building, the way that I'm thinking about it is I've not cashed any of that out to actual USDC or like into my bank account. I basically have just kept it in Solana or Ethereum. And I'm like, since the market's so hot right now, that will continue to like, hopefully that those numbers will continue to go up. But at some point I am going to need to cash a little bit of it out because I'd love to replenish some of your
bank account.
I looked at like my actual bank account today, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to put some in, but then like there's tax implications to like moving it out of those wallets. So, and that feels really unclear to me.
There are tax implications for every trade as well.
Well,
but I will say there's software that you can just get a subscription. It just pulls all your trades, and it will basically spit out a number at the end where it's like, this is what it is.
Okay. Great. I'm going to need that.
You're going to need that.
Now I'm a trader.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, so I'm having a lot of fun. I want to keep doing it. I think that I want to get all of my friends involved who want to get involved. And I just want everybody to know, like, I've always loved gambling. People know, like, I love going to Vegas. I love a casino. I love to play blackjack. I love to get craps. And like, that's what I'm doing. You're just doing it online with your friends. And it's a really good time. I think the main thing that I've learned is if you have a high tolerance for risk and you like gambling, then meme coins are going to be really fun for you. I think that the other thing that I've learned is I have a real understanding of like what it means to spin up an economy in a way that I did not before. And also how you need to be an actual legitimate economist for a token to work. All these people who are launching tokens and who are not economists, who think that they're spinning up an economy around their token, are incorrect. And so I think that it's not that serious. That's how I feel about all the meme coin stuff. It's like so deeply unserious. And to come to it with any other position and posture besides that is foolish.
But that's kind of at odds with you saying that it requires some economic thinking to launch a token. So tell me.
I'm saying like a legitimate token, like OP.
Okay.
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 Or like Do you know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah.
Not a meme coin. Like a meme coin, you and I could launch one right now. And I think all that it is marketing and being able to be funny and smart and to have some access to people with pull. That's all that it takes to launch a meme coin.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that meme coin will stay up and that it will have any legitimate value over the course of even 5 hours. But I do think we could legitimately launch a meme coin and get it to like a $4 or $5 million market cap just by being like funny. I think that is true. It will dump immediately, but that's
right.
So to have a legitimate economy around a token and a network, I now feel like I have a deep understanding of how incapable I personally am to do that work. And I feel really like happy to know that.
What a gift.
What a gift.
What
a gift.
That information is. Yeah, I feel like the gambling thing, some people bet on horses, some people bet on the big game, and some people bet on memes on the internet. And that's what you're doing. And to intellectualize it any more than that is false.
False. It's misguided. The other thing that I think is you will be probably more successful at trading meme coins if you are deeply online. All that it is like a funny thing happens on the internet, it becomes a meme, and then it becomes a meme token, a meme coin. That's all that happens. And I was talking with a friend and I was like telling him about the holding space video right after it came out. I was like, look at this holding space. It's so fucking funny. Like I was just like dying at it. And I was like, there has to be a meme coin for this. A few hours later, he sends me the meme coin, and that meme coin absolutely explodes. And I should have sold at the top because I have no connection to that team. And I didn't. And I still made like $100 off of it. But I was like, oh, I should have like, not nothing. But you're always thinking about the moment you should have traded.
There's the rub, right? That's how the gambling addiction comes into play.
Exactly. I think if you have any part of you that feels like you could be a gambling addict, don't get started on meme coins.
Don't do it.
Do not do it. Because it's so easy to just like wake up in the morning and be like, I'm going to look at my meme coins.
Yeah.
I have had a lot of fun screenshotting on friends me buying at the top and just being like many such cases.
Nice. What I don't understand is I have dabbled probably 10% of the time that you have done over the past couple of weeks, and I have made no money. I maybe have broken even, maybe, but certainly haven't made a profit. Anyway, with the amount of time that I've spent in it, you would hope that there would be some sort of return, but no. What I seem to always find myself, you chase the pump and you get in on a coin that does the pump, and then 99% of them just dump, and that's it. And what I don't understand is the pipeline from the initial pump to some sort of sustained attention or volume to then what happens next with some of these bigger ones where it like seems to reach some sort of escape velocity. I don't know. It gets listed on an exchange. It gets picked up by like
a ton of bots.
I would love to understand that life cycle of what is possible.
I don't fully understand it. My best guess is that you launch a token, it pumps, and you either get in on the initial pump, or you are part of launching it, like on WoW or Pump.Fun or whatever, and then it takes off, and then it dumps because people do what everybody does, where some people take their full profit, some people take their initial investment, whatever, and then sometimes there's like the second thing that happens. It has a second life where like other energy comes around it. My understanding is that either it's picked up more broadly, it becomes like a trending token on CoinGecko or Dex Screener or something like that, and then like it picks up velocity because other people are starting to see it climb, and that happens. The other thing that happens is that I think bots pick it up. Like I think there's some thing that happens that I don't understand where or how those bots are finding it, and then there's a bunch of money that comes in that's like basically automated money into those different tokens.
I see. Or influencer people,
who are pumping them,
and then the holy grail is the listing.
If you're getting listed on an exchange,
Wow.
Because all of these are for me, I'm trading all of them in either these like side apps with wallets in them or on Phantom or Uniswap. Like people might not know this, I didn't know this, but like I can't go to like Coinbase and buy Riz Daddy. Like it's not available on that exchange, but you can on Phantom or on because you're just pulling the contract address essentially and buying it. and then selling it. Hopefully.
Are you going to continue?
I don't know. You can get really fatigued. Like I feel like a
Dopamine
sense
depletion.
of dopamine depletion, and also like when the market, I've like never been more in tune when like the market's down 3% or up 3% because like your whole portfolio looks like shit. Even if it's just like Solana goes from like 220 to 211, you're like, oh my god,
Right.
my whole portfolio is down. It's like, oh, actually, just like the base token is down, so all of these look bad,
Hmm.
and that's kind of exhausting. And like I had so much fun one day, and I like literally felt like the next day like true dopamine depletion, where I was like, whoa,
Hangover.
like like a full hangover, like genuine hangover. And I was like, I don't want that lifestyle for myself. So I feel like I'm down a little bit on one of my wallets, and like I don't want to be trading out of like I'm in a deficit because you're going to make really bad decisions.
You got to trade from joy.
You have to trade from a pure happy place. So I don't know. I think I'm going to take a little bit of time off. I think I'm going to wait for the market to once Bitcoin hits 100K, I'll jump back in.
Man, you have 3 years later having a crypto podcast. Now all of a sudden she's into crypto.
I told a friend the other night at dinner, I was like, I feel like I understand crypto for the first time. And she was like, really? And she's like a very legitimate investor in crypto. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, it's all about money. And she was like, oh no, oh no. And I was like, yeah, I'm fully in on it. It's just about the coins.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm really grateful to a lot of people who have like held my hand asking. I've asked some extremely stupid questions. Like I would just say, if you're also thinking about becoming a meme coin trader or trader at all and you don't have any experience, like just prepare your heart to find nice people to hold your hand, because you can feel extremely stupid.
Humbled.
I burned $400 the other day on accident. Like you will make mistakes, and like having someone who's screen sharing with you and being like, it's okay, that happens, it's totally fine, like is really important. And I am really grateful to a bunch of people who have been like, one person was like, I can't believe how crypto illiterate you are. Like you worked in crypto for 3 years. And I was like, shut the fuck up and show me how to do this. And they're like, okay. So you have to be willing to feel a little stupid. But like people have been really nice, and I think a lot of people are like learning together. Like I don't think most people, I'm not dealing with like quants who are like reading the charts and like the tea leaves. Like everybody's kind of just like feeling around in the dark for the most part. Is my understanding. So
well, it's gambling. I just want to say it again. It's
Please.
Gambling. It's entertainment.
You can't say it. You literally cannot say it enough. We're thinking about doing a meme coin show, which will be really fun. And a few of the options for what the show would be called is either exit liquidity, which is just straight up, here's what you are. You are exit liquidity for something. Don't buy this token. Or financial advice, but the logo would be like with a big X through it. Which, if anybody steals any of those names, I will come with fucking receipts of this podcast and be like, you ripped this from our podcast.
Don't steal it. Don't steal those ideas. We will come after you.
100%. Hand to God.
Yeah, I just think the gambling, it's fun. It's entertainment. It's not that serious. Stop taking it so seriously. Also, anyone who's doing meme coining, they also have stepped into a casino. When you start meme coin trading, you are walking into the casino, and by walking into the casino, you have opted in to being in a player versus player dynamic with your friends, your frenemies, your enemies, and anyone else on the internet who's also doing meme coin trading. And I think as much as we can be explicit about that, the better. You can't say it too many times. But I do think that anyone who is trading meme coins has opted in. And so it's fair game. And I don't think we should be shaming anyone for
taking their profits.
Totally. And playing. Because I think it's fun.
It's a game.
It's a game.
It's a game. I feel like, when you play like a board game with a friend, and then there's that one friend who's like taking it too personally. And you're like, holy shit, like this is Catan. Calm down. Like there are those people on crypto Twitter. And I'm just like, guys, you signed up to play Catan. You cannot be upset about this. And I think there's some etiquette, and I'm learning some of that etiquette to a certain point. But like, it is what it is. I also just want to say, massive PSA, and we'll put this in the cold open. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've done this for literally maybe 7, 8, 9 working days. So like, do not take this as gospel truth. This is like someone who doesn't know what they're doing, learning, and like you can hear about my experience of learning, and you're welcome to give me notes and hit me up on Twitter and tell me how wrong I am. That's I'm open to that. But just know, like, I'm no quant.
One man's journey we have here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Draft tweets. Here we go. So I have a draft tweet.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen the Grok draw me?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done it?
I have, yeah. Have you done it?
I have, yeah. And so for those who don't know, Grok is like Twitter's AI bot, essentially. And they have this feature where you can go Grok draw me, and it will scrape all of your photos or everything you've posted and then give you an image of what Grok thinks you look like. And a lot of the ones that I've seen online have been like fairly accurate, like a funny AI representation of that person that I follow. I've seen one or two that was like really off. So I was like kind of excited to do it. And so mine is a screenshot of what Grok drew me as.
See it. You got to send it to me.
I will send it to you. And I need to think of a good caption. One of my captions is, Grok, have you even met me? Because the picture that they have is this girl who's taking a mirror selfie. And she's brunette with curly hair, which is fine. But with like huge tits. Like massive tits that are just out. Like tits out. And I'm just like, what? Like in the world? Like this is so crazy. Like, look at this. And she's in a casino. She's in a casino or a bar or something. And she's got huge tits. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So anyway, I'm feeling like gosh. I was like deathly ill yesterday, like bedridden, like fever dream. And I was like looking at it like, is this real or am I dreaming?
It's really funny.
Should I say, Grok, do you know me at all? Or what
well,
should be my...
the funny thing about it is that there are parts of it that are kind of true.
True, yeah. Totally. Like there's parts of it that I'm like, she's got nice nails and and a nice denim on. But like it's just like, what? Like,
yeah. Why do you gotta be weird?
Why you gotta be like that, Grok?
Yeah.
I guess I could say that. Why you gotta be like that, Grok? That's my draft tweet.
That's funny. That really made me laugh. Great. I'm glad. I hope to see that one on the timeline. I hope it gets promoted. I have one. You told me to tweet this one, but I haven't had the
courage,
the balls to tweet it.
Okay, let's hear it.
I swear if I see one more bitch tie a scarf around her hat.
I think you should definitely tweet it.
The thing is that people are going to think I'm talking about, like, the people who take it personally.
People. Well, the people who have done it are going to take it personally, of course.
Totally. But it's not a comment on any one individually.
One person. I know that.
It's not. It's just that I can, like, every time I open up any app, it's like another woman with a scarf around her hat.
It's just the trend of the moment. Yeah.
It really is. And I will say, Kate, I know Kate's done it. She looks great. Everyone who does it looks so cute and great. And I love it when Kate does it. But
you can't see it anymore. You're done.
I can't see it anymore. I
get that. I really understand that. Once you get off social media for a little bit and then you get back on, you just see all the same shit. Like it's all the same shit. And it just makes you want to be like, okay, there's nothing new under the sun. And I just unsubscribe me from everything.
You know what I'm concerned about, actually? Not concerned. It's too harsh of a word.
Concerned is a strong word.
I'm not concerned about this, but I have one in my kitchen, the paper lantern light. And I know you just got one for your home too.
I know. You think it's over.
It's a big, folks, it's a big paper lantern.
Japanese
inspired light, pendant light. And every time I'm on interior design talk,
I will say, I sent it to my friend Jen, who has exceptional interior design taste.
She does, yep.
Like, probably the most beautiful apartment. She's just really talented. And I sent it to her before I got it, and I said, do you think these are over? And she was like, these are timeless. This is a timeless...
I think that's true, and I also think it's going to stamp... It is a little bit of a 2024 stamp.
That's a bummer. I literally just installed it, so...
I know. I love mine, too. I love it so much. It creates such a nice light.
Beautiful light.
Beautiful light.
Beautiful light. So, anyway, that's draft tweets.